Suppose if it is a second or third surgery, then I tell, you see your daughter is getting married, she gets divorced, she gets married second time, she gets divorced. Would you get her married third time? Yes, sir. How would you get the boy? It's something like that. You can't have choices.
I would.
Microphone not working. Okay. No, I always tell this as a surgeon, particularly as a retina surgeon. I said we are not like orthopedic or anywhere. We just operate, everything is fine. There are two parts in the surgery. One is anatomical success, second is the functional success.
Exactly.
Which I tell them, I say 100. See, they never understand the meaning of 80% and 90. They always imagine.
They imagine that 80% vision.
So I tell them after surgery, 80% means if you operate. I've written that clearly. If you operate 100 patients, anatomically 80 patients will be successful, and I may be clearly explain which group I'll come, whether it's successful or unsuccessful I'll come, and then in spite of the successful, I'm also going to explain the vision. We don't know when it will come. It may take few weeks to few months.
No, I would go a step. I would go a little differently. Wouldn't make it personal about the marriage. But what I tell the patient is, look, once you've got a detachment, it's like you have a bank deposit. If you have a locker, in that locker you only had 50 rupees, so you can only get 50 rupees back. Now that if you had 100 rupees, you could have come. 6/6 vision is 100 rupees. That you don't have. You only had because the detachment had been there for a long time. So therefore, you were only at 50 rupees. So even if some robber takes away the money, the police cannot bring 100 rupees back. It can only bring 50 rupees back for you. So that they understand better that.
No, I also explained retina is a continuation of brain, and then even if you reattach, the cells don't work the same as before. So I think the main thing is that is why the Americans are clever, and I tell them, we tell them before, it takes few weeks to few months. Because there are some patients.
Yeah, but then he's expecting it to come back in 6 months.
No, I know. That's what
for example, if this is 6 months later.
No, 6 months later, I tell the patient, the surgeon has done, for example, if it's not my patient, I tell them the surgeon has done the best job for you. Nowhere in the world they can do anything better than this, because surgery can be only, it's like the craftsman has done a wonderful job. But function is with God. If you're an atheist, nature. So the nature-wise, it's not like putting the bone together and then the bone settles on the bone.
I concentrate on that actually. Generally, when you tell the patient that this has happened, we tell that the surgeon's job is to put the retina back in place.
Correct.
Functional recovery depends on your body's own recovery capacity. So that.
And immediately they ask for tablets. So I tell them it is not like orthopedic or general health.
No, but would you insist on this before the surgery? Is the question which I'm asking.
Yeah. I always tell.
I
can take it in writing. I tell them one simple one, because depends on, like as you say, as Jagdish said, that because of the experience I don't talk much, but still patient has the same, because the first time for him. So whatever our experience for him is in the mind. But nowadays I make the counselor and fellows tell you talk more. No? You tell the patient, Dr. Natarajan will talk like this only. He will say no guarantee. He will say no, but you tell. You to encourage him, you tell he has operated 7 patients. 80% of them see well, 20% don't see.
He has that what they have in the Western movies as the good cop, bad cop method.
I think one of the commonest example I say is कि पंडित शादी कर देता है, बच्चे नहीं बनाता है.
For the rural crowd, there is.
Was this about marriage counseling or?
No, there is another one for rural patients. For rural patients, there is one other simile which you can. Especially the mango trees. They call it kalam. So he said, we can make the kalam, we can put the two sticks together and tie it up. But finally the thing has to, the connection has to develop from inside. So I think, it's like, if you really think of it at a very philosophical level, one thing common for counseling is to give the real life examples. Because if you see even all religions, the great teachers have always given examples from common life. So when you give a common life example, whether it is a marriage, whether it is a locker, whether it
common life I give is, every day I fly, I take the risk of dying. And I say to them, flying has risk, and same way, can you give guarantee you will go back home safe? You don't like this question, but they have to give me answer me. You cannot give me guarantee.
See, that is what the question asked is.
Your driver drove. He said, did the driver tell guarantee that you will not have accident, you will have everything bring you back? So, nobody can give guarantee. And again, an ophthalmologist in Ramchandra Medical College, who was my 2 years junior, while eating, he ate alone, and there was, water was kept probably in the next room, and he got choked, and then nobody was there, and he died. So I said, eating, people die. So there is no guarantee for eating. And not only that, you eat for fat. Guarantee for surgery.
But I think, at the end of the day, when patient leaves you, you have to give him little optimistic view
Yeah,
and not
that's what the team
pessimistic
does.
view alone.
No, I know. That's what the team does. See, finally I tell the patient, you go back and tell, you don't expect more. I think the reality he should know.
Yeah.
At the same time, for comfort, he can talk anything. Because he will use the comfort talk and say, you never told me all this.
How much you talk in your, suppose that you know the patient's colloquial language or local language.
Yeah.
Would you prefer to talk in English
Yes,
or
sir.
you talk
No.
in Indian language?
I make it a point for a Gujarati patient, I get either one relative or some staff to call, and if it's a Tamil, I talk myself, some Malayalam, I find a person, and they like it. And I think they really like it. And second, I also tell about, if they are a Jain, I talk about Naukar Mantra. If they are a Muslim, I tell them Inshallah. Because I think this is what I learned from my friends in US. I mean, I hug the patient there, but here you can't do. But they don't like it. No, but people fall in the feet here. Yesterday in Dr. Nagpal's talk there in advertising, he said, nowadays this thing is going slowly down because everybody is commercial. That people don't call you God. So I think I always tell the patient, don't, humko chadane ka nahi hai. Don't tell us we are God. I say, if I am God, then why all my patients are not seeing? All my patients are not seeing. I know the fantastic surgery, but patient is not seeing. Whether optic disc, whatever. So I tell, so if you are humble, they accept it. Because if you tell I am the best surgeon and why are you questioning, then they get angry. I keep telling this. I have done the maximum surgery, still no guarantee. I myself don't know how you will do well doing the operation. And that's why after the operation, when I tell them, no, everything went well, but still I don't know the vision, I tell one line. But still next day they'll ask, sir, kuch dikhta nahi hai, because gas is there. I told you yesterday if you cannot tell. I tell the fellow, in front of the fellow I tell, please answer again. Again, 4 days later, sir, drops kitna dalne ka, then when will the vision come? I have told this in front of the patient. See, for me it's become a routine for 30 years. Now I have to take rest. Please, you answer him in front of me. He keep on answering. Same question, fourth relative will come. Don't tell me I have already told like US. No, US only one relative. In Shankarnath also only one relative. Here, people keep on coming and asking. I tell them, after 6 months, your doctor will call, hey, Dr. Natarajan, why you didn't operate this? I am telling that whoever doctor you have, particularly when his both eyes are suddenly lost, and then only 1% chance I give, I tell them, whomever doctors you know, give me the number, I'll call them now. No, I do that. Because after that, if they call, no, then it's a problem.
This example I have to give of Dr. Natarajan. I long time, 10 years back, I got this to just to meet him. And this happened in my presence, in his OP. There was some small boy who probably got injured somewhere out there, I don't know what. With a ball and multiple surgeries are done and the eye is lost, and nothing can be done for him. And they have come and an opinion to him. Probably 5-6 times people must have called him, and for that same patient, and hundred of people must have told him. He's already got irritated by that. The boy was sitting there on the table, mother there, father there. He already told that nothing can happen, but his eye cannot remove. Then also the father said, my father is outside, he also wants to meet and ask you the same thing. So he was calling on the phone, his grandfather entered inside and said, see, my daughter-in-law is crying so much because my son is not seeing. So Dr. Natarajan is funniest movie. He says, he's crying not because your son is not seeing, because you are not good father-in-law. Contact and had no meaning whatsoever. But he had met him for the first time. Another thing, he did not know what it is. But that stopped the conversation that day.
They all laugh and go. They all laugh and go. And these people who don't have vision give me gift. And that's what is, I think I've heard that gift, I tell them. No, really, it's right. I make that thing light by telling, the patient will tell, sir, you operated me, both eyes I can't see. I tell them, you can both feel physically and mentally, I tell them.
I think we go to the next very important part of the counseling today, and that is what has been the bugbear is that about anti-VEGF injections. So the first time that you see a patient and you decide whatever he has, maybe a vein occlusion, maybe a CNVM, maybe diabetic maculopathy, you need to give the injections. And very often
it's a big challenge to us as to which injection do we advise the patient to take. So the patients very often ask us, how many injections will I need? Once the course is over, will my vision be clear? So let's start about it from Dr. Vatsal. How would you tell the patient about this? Which injection, how many injections, and once the course is over, 3 months, 6 months, will my vision be clear because I'm spending so much on it?
See, right now we have only 2 injections, practically Avastin and Lucentis, or I don't know, Eccentrix. Yeah. So I tell them advantage of both. Means things that this is like generic drug, like Amir Khan says, something like that, and this is the finished product, FDA approved. This is approved for cancer. One patient I told yesterday, suppose something goes wrong and you go, how much vision will clear again would depend on the strength of retina, but hopefully you should be better than what you are today. Something like that I will answer you.
Yeah, any other points, Nitin?
More or less.
Dinesh?
Yeah, basically, I actually explained to the patient that the difference between Lucentis and Avastin is there, but that difference is not more than around. Yeah, but the difference is not more than 15 to 20% in terms of outcome. And the reason I give this figure is because the CAT trial was only powered to pick up a difference of more than this. So this is the basis of that. The second thing I tell them is, again, as you said, that if you can afford it, you go for Lucentis. If you can't afford it, you go for Avastin.
The next question the patient asks is, Doctor, iska kya side effects?
Yeah. So before you come to the side effects, as he said, see the treatment, what you tell the patient depends on the disease he has. So for ARMD, my first statement is, this is lifelong. This is not going to
lifelong injection lena padega?
Yes. The number of injections will go down. How many you will need in a year, I cannot predict. The first year you may need anything between 7 to 8 injections on an average, and subsequently you may need 4 to 5 injections every year. Only 20%, these are the figures I would give him. Only 20% of patients are lucky enough to become okay with 3 injections and not need treatment after that.
But sir,
that's where my positive thinking talk comes, because sometimes we send 8 injection, 9 injection. No, I tell them it's called age-related macular degeneration. So till the time you're aging, you have to keep checking. And you
so I say, as long as you are alive, you will get it, because right. Now this is age-related.
Then they use the word, I don't know why they don't understand lifelong and as long as you live. But I think when you use
they don't want to understand, exactly.
Exactly. So when you say age-related, it's related to your age. So till you want to live long, you have to keep checking. And
yeah, but for diabetics, I will tell them the reverse. When it comes to diabetics, I will tell them the first year you will need something like 7-8 injections. You may be lucky to need less, but this is the average. But if you do your treatment properly in the first year, the number of injections will come down in the second and third year, and after that you may or may not need injections. The main stress I put is on the fact that you need to come for regular checkups.
That's right.
Because if you don't come for checkups, the rest of the thing is through the window. Yes. So this is what I try to, because ultimately this is the fact that if the patient comes for monthly checkups, you will be able to preserve a lot more patient's vision.
Now, I tell them this way, every drug has side effect. Have you ever taken that slip inside that box and you never? Here you ask for me, read all this. Instead of reading this, all over the world, millions of injections are done. Now it's yours. I cannot say no side effect.
And the other thing is that if the patient says so many injections, then especially if it's a diabetic, I will tell him, I said, look, are you on insulin? So he says, if he says yes, say, okay, let me know when the insulin is stopping.
Yeah, exactly. No, not only that.
So say that you need 3 times a day. This you will need once a month.
Yeah.
You may be lucky if you need less.
Correct. But still somehow they don't want to understand. I don't know why. They want to understand. They don't want, because all they want an easy way. It's, I think, psychology. It's like a human.
But you need to keep on reinforcing this.
Right.
You see, he may ask you again after a month. Don't get angry.
Correct. No, that is
Don't
why.
say I told you before.
No, that is why I'm.
You just repeat it and tell him again.
Because counseling. If everybody, I always tell this from last 30 years. If everybody talks the
Same language, exactly.
what will the patient do? The patient will be not compare.
Because then
he will be happy going to Vatsal, he will be happy going to
The next thing
Yeah,
the
but
patient...
because there are people who are telling that you only need 2-3 injections.
I know.
I'll actually
Exactly.
tell them, well, if somebody is able to do that for you, great, go to him.
Exactly.
No,
I
but
can't
I
do
also
it.
don't tell that. I said, see, this is the thing. You have come to me, you are explaining me, this is my opinion, you decide. And I also tell them, when I'm in a dilemma, I said, I will refer to my colleagues and I'll get back to you a week later. Sometimes they keep asking, sir, they have told this, they have told that.
That's what they keep on saying that, well, I went to XYZ and he
So,
told me
so
that
no
3
problem.
injections
So
and that's it.
anybody who gives you that guarantee, please go to him.
The other question they ask us is, why is there so much price difference between the 2 injections? Now, again, this is a very difficult question for us to answer because we do not govern the prices of the injections.
I tell them, if you take coffee in a 5-star, it is 70, 100 bucks. And if you go to the tea shop, 5 rupees you get.
No,
That's all.
that is regarding whether you're getting treatment done from Natarajan or somebody else. So that's you see, the 5-star thing comes with respect to that. Avastin versus Lucentis.
Right.
Usually, I've not been asked this question, but I've said Avastin has not come for this purpose.
Yes.
It's marketed it for a cancer. The pricing has been made according to that, and it turns out to be cheaper for you. But these are the risks involved.
The next question is, in the end, he decides to take Avastin, and while leaving the room, he asks you one question, sir, safe hai na? What is your answer?
I always
after
tell them,
deciding to take Avastin, he wants to again be sure. So he again asks you, doctor, safe hai na? What
I
would you
always
answer
tell
to
them, how
this?
safe is going in the car, same safety is there. Right?
Actually, in fact, I asked the patient, I put it differently. I said, how did you come?
Yeah.
He said, by car. So I said, there was no risk in that. You couldn't have had an accident. He said, for guarantee, I normally say, okay, you guarantee 1 day's life for me. I will become immortal.
Yes, but again, as I said, while leaving the room, they always say
Yeah,
that question is
so
always
reiterate the
asked.
same. So I would reiterate the same. As I already told you, there's no such thing as.
I think with most patients, after you have talked to them, they have a certain level of comfort level that has come. And if there is somebody who's going out through the door and who asks me like that, I will just do like that. I will just point a hand to the sky.
Yes.
Ultimately, sabka malik hai. I am also mortal, you are also mortal, and just point one hand up. Because more you get drawn into their conversation, it is a sure shot this thing of then because all sorts of fearful thoughts start playing in his mind.
Yeah.
So
I think that's a good point you're making, and that is the concluding this thing.
Leave it to God.
The other question they are,
There are patients, I will tell you, I get also, God is different doctor, who has seen, have you seen his He's asked me, patients have asked me. And somebody says, I don't believe God. Why are you talking about God? Because I have a habit of talking about faith, fear and fraud. So in that, now I tell them, how much you believe yourself? The fellow says 80, 90. Then you don't have guarantee for yourself, you don't believe. So why are you asking me questions?
the other question,
How many people get into talking with the patient as to why the Avastin cost is less? Do we tell them that we split between patients?
no, I tell them. I do tell them
Personally, I tell them.
it is less
Personally, I
because
tell
it is more in the vial which I can share between patients.
Yeah, but basically the way to put it is that look, we do them together. That we are doing it together. You can't say I keep the vial for a month and do it, or I keep it for 2 weeks or do it. I keep it for a week or that makes it a little tricky because that's not something acceptable.
Now, again, this holds true more for diabetic macular edema or for vein occlusion, that when you are giving the 3 choices to the patient, that is of dexamethasone, ranibizumab and bevacizumab, the patient says, well, I am scared of steroids, so I want to take a safe drug, so I want to take one of the anti-VEGFs. What is your answer for this, Sadi?
I say the knife has both sides sharp edge. Whichever way you go, you have side effects. But the other side effect of steroid is one is pressure going up and reducing whatever immunity. And then if you have this, there is no drug without side effects.
But what do you say the side effects of bevacizumab are? If suppose patient asks you.
No, I tell them about all the cardiac events and everything. No, it's there in the.
It is there.
I always tell them read this part. You ask, and same thing for even Ozurdex. There only one paragraph I tell them to read about glaucoma. 3 lines are there. So I tell them to read. As Dinesh said, specifically because people read and come. At least my patients, they read more than anything. They will say, I have seen this guy in Paris. I've seen somebody here. So I tell them, okay. Then one more thing I do is, okay, the patient is seen by Rick Spade in New York. I said, I'll write to him. When he says, whatever he says, I will do. Then the patient says, okay.
I think the other issue is that most of the times nowadays, I mean, at least in my practice, I very rarely have a patient who will immediately take the injection there and then. He probably goes home and comes back the next day. Now, most of them, even if they're just sitting in the waiting room to take a decision because of the smartphone and all that, they quickly look up, So I think that way things have become a little easier for us, And I think if we have come clean saying that this is as what Ashish said, then I don't think and I personally feel that most human beings, they know that, okay, this is what is like, if you have told them these two options, if he cannot afford the costlier one, he goes in for the cheaper one. If he can afford the costlier one, he prefers to go in for it. It's that small category of 1% patients who just want to sort of, probably they're very anxious or whatever.
Actually, just related to this, normally what I will tell the patient is, look, these are the keywords. First I'll ask him, are you internet savvy? If he says yes, say, okay, now these are your keywords. And I will tell Lucentis, I will tell Avastin, I will tell him CNV. And I said, now go and do your own search. After that, if there are still any questions left, phone me up and talk to me. I have no problem. Most of the times there aren't any phone calls.
Yeah, I think we'll go to another topic since we have only 5 minutes
left. One small thing I just want to add here, that there is the good thing which you always feel, and when we are all, so many retina specialists are sitting here, is the best thing about retina is all the retina doctors are speaking the same language. So I think that is a very, very big thing, I think that's very, very
I immediately call the operating surgeon, generally. Because they are all worried, maybe juniors, and then they are worried about what's happening. So I at least removed that fear from them. And I given them the satisfaction. Because now you have to do that in front of the patient. And if the patient, many times the patient will say, they come angrily, very angry, then they don't talk in the front because the patient wants to fight in front of me, which I don't want. So I tell them, the patient may come back to you, or doesn't come back, don't worry. I think better I waste my time or rather invest in protecting the retina field.
Since we are having a lack of time, I think we'll go to the last thing. This is a patient who's had a nucleus drop, and patient has been referred by Salil's very good friend, and he has come to him. He said that Salil will do everything and your vision will be perfect the next day. So Salil decides to see him, and the first question which he has, doctor, why did this happen? Did my original doctor do a mistake? Why has he left the cataract inside the eye? What will you tell him?
I generally tell them whenever there's a dropped nucleus or a dropped lens, that I tell them that there are structures which are supporting this. In your case, must have been weak. So you put the onus on the patient's eye that it must have been weak, and that is why there is, when they are moving the things inside, it cannot take this thing. So it was basically that your eye was weak. The advantage of telling that is twofold. One is that you are in a way taking up, because let's face it, no doctor throws the nucleus in. It happens by virtue of the fact that there are many factors, which are there. So that is the first thing. So he feels reassured. The second advantage of that is, God forbid, that whatever you do after that, if the outcome is not very good, you can say, देखिए मैंने वो टाइम ही बोला था, क्या है, हमने तो सब अच्छा ही किया है, पर वो आपका आँख ही वीक है. ये जो है ना, I think that part of it is a very, very important thing, because becomes then a shared responsibility of both the patient.
The last person to touch it.
No, I think, no, I'll tell you how it is. This is a question which they do ask. I mean, if you want me, I'll answer it, anyone else can, but I can.
Yeah, go ahead, because I think this is the last thing, comment.
I would just say that till you actually go there, you don't know. All the machines can do certain things, but the actual feel comes only when you start moving those structures inside. I think, take it.
Thank you, Salil. I think we come to the end of this. There were many more things which we could have discussed, but due to the lack of time, we have to stop. I would like to thank my co-panelists for this very interesting session and interesting talk. Thank you very much.